Welcome to Latina in America, your bilingual destination for all things Latina about our diverse culture, professions, and passion to travel. I am Rosie. Our special guests will share their career journeys and will take us to amazing places around the world. On some episodes, they will take you on those journeys in Spanish. Así es, en español. So come on and join me. Let's learn and travel. In today's episode, we talk about nutrition and fitness with the remarkable Adriana Santiago, who's been recognized, celebrated, and highly regarded for her exceptional skills as a phenomenal volleyball player. And now she is channeling that same dedication into pursuing her degree in nutrition while staying committed to her fitness goals. And of course, we're going to talk about travel, and she is taking us to Dubai. So let's get started with this episode that is about discipline, determination, and the path to graduation. Adriana, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Tell me about your heritage and how it influenced this journey in nutrition and fitness.
Of course, I'm Puerto Rican, and fitness and nutrition, that's always been part of my life. I grew up playing volleyball since I was in fourth grade. Was really just involved in that fitness, working out and having to fuel my body the right way to be able to do all these activities.
How volleyball influenced your journey into nutrition and fitness? How the two correlated?
I remember whenever I was a senior in high school, that's when I found my passion for nutrition and fitness. And what influenced all this was seeing how the nutrition influenced my performance and how working out influenced also my performance in the court. All that interested me to see I want to help others be able to perform well in their sport, but it has to start with nutrition. It has to start with the fitness and how they work out.
Yes, and I do love the posts that you do on Instagram and the meals that you prepare. First of all, they look amazing, but also the nutritional value of it and how it affects the exercise. Tell me about the nutrition portion of the fitness.
You can't run the effect of poor diet with exercise. So I think you can do a whole workout, but if you are not having a good diet, you're going to have injuries, but you're going to see the effect in the workout and the way you perform. For me, being an athlete, just eating the right amount of protein and eating the right amount of carbs and fats like that went hand in hand with how the energy I was going to have during practice, how my muscles were going to react to the exercise I did, and obviously growing my muscles and having the right amount of protein intake. So all of that just kind of went hand in hand.
Yes, because when you prepare those meals, how do you think about the meal prep for that week, and how do you go about the ingredients, or if you use any tools that will help you in it?
I will say, whenever I would find out that I really like nutrition and cooking was kind of something that I really like too, I would measure everything, but I feel like that wasn't really attainable. At least for me, it wasn't very realistic, an everyday thing. So I try to incorporate the vegetables that I like, and I make the protein the center of the meal. Being Puerto Rican, I feel like the rice and beans are the start of the meal.
And then the rest.
Exactly. Exactly. And the plantain.
I like plantain. Hello.
Yeah. Can't forget that. You're just kind of doing that switch of, the chicken is going to be the start in the meal, and then I'll add some rice to the side and some beans, or I'll do some potatoes on the side. Add veggie. Personally, I don't like to measure things up, but I do it to where it's going to be a good balance of protein, carbs, and all that.
Making it interesting and, like you said, sustainable. That no matter where we go, where we are doing, it has been.
Exactly.
Do you use any tools or any website for guidance, meal ideas for meal prep?
And there's this app that I use, and it's called Yuka, IUCA. Basically, how it works is scan the product, and it'll tell you from 0 to 100, tell you the percentage, how good it is. And it'll tell you all the additives that it has. It'll tell you it has too much sodium, or tell you that it has just too much sugar. And it'll show you you can buy this one instead.
Yeah, I want to ask you, because you travel so much. You have been in so many places. When you go to these places and you want to continue up to a point. Sometimes it's not possible to continue the same routine that you used to have
For sure.
when you're home. But when you go to different places, what kind of things do you do to try to bring the good balance between what you usually do and this new environment that you're in?
But just like working out, it's obviously going to be different when I'm traveling. I'm not going to be working out every day in the trip. Before going to eat at night, I'll do a little bit of squats and abs, and I'll call it a day. And not being so hard on myself. That's what really works for me when I'm traveling.
Yeah, because you need to enjoy the journey. How do you stay motivated? Because that's one of the things that a lot of people start, like at the beginning of the year. Everybody start with that they would like to do.
Yes.
What can you share with people that I want to start this, but how to continue through the day and the weeks and the months and then the years? How do you stay motivated on this?
I just want to start by saying consistency over motivation.
About consistency, yeah. So what type of advice do you give someone who's starting this journey based on your experience?
My first advice will be kind to yourself and not comparing your journey to someone else's journey. Remember, I'm doing this because I want to stay healthy and I'm going to be kind to myself.
This is phenomenal. And now let's take a few seconds for a word from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by our parent show, Life 100 Podcast, as seen on Oprah Daily, where we talk everything about life in English, in Spanish, and also in Spanglish. You can listen at life100podcast.com or on your favorite platform. And now, back to Latina in America. What kind of things do you do when you go to the gym, when you're home? How do you make the fitness portion of it work? What is your exercise routine?
It always changes. If I'm talking about full body workout routine and I'm at home, or if I'm traveling like a hotel gym where there's not much equipment, I like to do a full body weight workout. Push-ups, squats, burpees, crunches. If I'm on the go and I want to do something quick, I'll do something like that. Again, it always changes. Exercising is moving your body, but in a way that you enjoy. So maybe that looks like doing Pilates for you, or maybe that looks like going to a group workout with your friends, and maybe that looks like going on a jog, going on a walk, swimming, or lifting weights, going to the gym. But if something that you don't enjoy, then maybe try something different.
As long as you just don't give up and put it away, even if you give up, to make sure that you start again.
Exactly. Even if you've stopped for a couple months, put your shoes back on and maybe start slow. There was a time where I got injured and I couldn't work out the whole summer. It was very difficult for me to find motivation, to get back in the gym. But starting slow and being kind to yourself with that.
Do you have any mentors or people who have guided you over the years? What type of things have you learned from interacting with them in your journey of nutrition and fitness?
I remember this one coach. She was a really good mentor for me. Something I really remember from her, just kind of not comparing myself to others, even with volleyball, but you can also look at it at the gym or in the workout area, or like just your journey again, not comparing where you're at right now to someone who's been doing this for longer. I do have another coach, and he would always say, just putting all your effort in and remembering that's going to be good for in the long run.
I have seen you playing, and you are amazing. Oh my goodness. You play volleyball. You're a star. I could see your passion for the sport. And I was there in the bleachers looking at you playing, and I'm like, she's really good.
So it good times.
Yeah. And now combining them with nutrition, what a beautiful way to merge those two, because I love sports. I was an athlete in track and field. And there are things like you said, when we get injured, we have to modify what we do and how we get it done, but keep doing it. Finding a way, just bring me joy, knowing that my body is still working, my body is still producing. Exactly. What else can I do? And now, what is next for you, Adriana? Now that you are in this journey, what are your next projects, or what are you looking forward to?
I'm on my last year of nutrition now and stepping out of volleyball, going just focusing on fitness.
That is exciting.
It is.
I am so glad that you persisted and you were determined, and injuries or not, that you continue, because you inspire me. When I see you preparing those meals on Instagram, ay Dios mío, a mí me encanta, porque like you said, the arroz habichuela, we have the staple food, but then what else can we have? Yes. And another thing that we talk about the podcast, of course, is travel. And I'm going to ask you before we finish this episode, what is one of your favorite places that you have gone? How was that experience for you?
This literally just happened this summer, but it was Dubai. Wow, it's so beautiful. My first time traveling, literally to the other side of the world. It was awesome just to see the type of different cultures that there is, just to see also how different their lifestyle is.
Talking about travel and nutrition, how was the food and how did you adapt to it when you were going to a restaurant or ordering food? How did you mix those two?
For me, whenever I'm traveling, I try to eat really good breakfast, well balanced, with a lot of protein. That was what I did throughout the day. It was more like American food.
It was a change, but it wasn't too drastic. You can still find the things that you like to eat.
For sure, yeah. It was really fun.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
I love to travel. Travel is just changing your perspective because there we are, different culture, different beliefs, and still there is a way that we have something in common. You're looking out for your goals and enjoying the place, the architecture, the way things are, what you can do and you cannot do, and we become more understanding of each other. I am so inspired by your journey. And how can people get in touch with you?
I have my Instagram account, adrianasg.fit, and there I'll be uploading recipes, workout videos, and maybe more things down the line.
And you do a magnificent job on your Instagram page. So I invite you to follow her because you get ideas not only in nutrition, but also in fitness routines that you can do and how you can adapt them to fit your lifestyle. So Adriana, muchas gracias. Thank you so much for being with us today. And I can't wait for the end of next year because things are going to get even better than they already are.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure. And thank you for doing what you're doing and helping others and bringing people here and sharing their story. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'll see you next.
Bye.
Thanks for finding and subscribing to Latina in America so you don't miss a thing. And if you like this episode, give us a 5-star review so we can be put on front of more listeners. For details and show notes and how you can connect with and support our guests, please go to latinainamericapodcast.com. Email us at latinainamericapodcast@gmail.com and follow us on Instagram at Latina in America. Links can be found on the website. This has been Rosie, a Latina in America.